War, it never arises without interest, but rarely is that interest just. This idea became known as the theory of just war, developed by thinkers like St. Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. According to this theory, war could only be morally acceptable in very specific situations, such as self-defense or the attempt to prevent great atrocities. In theory, war would be the last resort, but in practice, history tells a different story. Many wars are presented as morally necessary, while far less noble interests remain hidden. But who truly benefits from them? When we look at wars happening in the world, like the tensions between Iran, Israel, and the United States, it is common to search for someone to blame. Governments, religions, ideologies. The explanation seems simple, but that explanation avoids an uncomfortable truth. In a world where hundreds of millions of people survive on just $2 a day, something is not right.
We were saying how very important it is to bring about in the human mind the radical revolution. The crisis is a crisis in consciousness, a crisis that cannot anymore accept the old norms, the old patterns, the ancient traditions.
Behind flags, speeches, and promises of security, there is something deeper, something that goes beyond politics, ideologies, and borders. Because wars are not born only from the decisions of leaders, they are also born from something present in every society, human nature itself. Now imagine, for a moment, that all laws disappeared. No police, no courts, no punishment, only human beings, free to do whatever they want. The question is not if violence would arise. The question is, how long would it take? Centuries ago, the political philosopher Thomas Hobbes described the natural state of humanity as a war of all against all. It was in this context that he wrote his most famous phrase, "Man is a wolf to man, without laws, without institutions, without fear of punishment. Human coexistence quickly turns into dispute, power, survival, domination." Because civilization does not eliminate these impulses. It only controls them. The political thinker Niccolo Machiavelli reached a similarly uncomfortable conclusion. Men are not naturally good. They only appear good when it is convenient. In The Prince, he wrote, "Men are wicked by nature unless they are compelled to be good." Much of human morality does not come from virtue. It comes from necessity. The philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer took this idea even further. According to him, behind all civilization, there is an irrational force that drives life. He called this force the will, a blind impulse that pushes all living beings to compete, dominate, and survive. In humans, This will takes on an even more disturbing form. Schopenhauer claimed that man is the cruelest of all animals. Animals kill to survive. Humans are capable of causing suffering for the most trivial reasons. War reveals this reality in its rawest form. In times of peace, killing is a crime. In war, killing becomes duty. In times of peace, destruction is barbarity. In war, destruction becomes strategy. War temporarily suspends the rules of civilization, and when those rules disappear, something ancient emerges, the animal within man. The thinker Jiddu Krishnamurti observed that wars do not begin on battlefields. They begin in the human mind. As long as there is division between us and them, as long as there is greed, as long as the ego, the self, dominates human consciousness, collective war will continue to arise. Society is merely the amplified reflection of the human mind. For this reason, human history is marked by an almost continuous cycle of conflict. Empires rise, empires fall, wars end, new wars begin, technology evolves, human nature remains. The conclusion is uncomfortable. Wars do not only reveal the failure of politics, they reveal something much deeper. They reveal what human beings are capable of becoming when the structures of civilization collapse. And this leads to a final question. If laws disappeared, if the fear of punishment ceased to exist, if war knocked on your door, how different would you really be?